It's Motivational Monday. Yes, it's Motivational Monday, folks. How are you? How was your weekend? I hope everybody had a wonderful weekend. I hope some of you relaxed. I know I got to relax. I got to do a couple of things, but then I got to relax as well. And I don't know about you, but I'm excited to be on the wake up list today. Some of us may not have been as lucky, but you are if you're watching. Happy Monday, everybody watching. Please be joyful, be thankful, be grateful. Okay? Well, you have tuned in to the Brave Stars podcast, and I am your host, Janice LaStar Simmons. I'm a survivor, a breaker of chains, and an advocate against domestic violence. So I'm going to leave you with the hotline number for domestic violence, which is 1-800-799-SAFE. That's 1-800-799-SAFE. 1-800-799-7233. Pass that on. If anybody should need it, if you need it, you can call for them, but they have to be there with you so they can get them on the phone and speak to them themselves. But this is the Brave Stars podcast, and I am here to break a generational curse in my family of high blood pressure and sugar diabetes. And I'm starting with me, okay? So I can only tell you what I know from my life. I'm an expert at my life. Before I go into detail with anything today, let's start with our affirmation of meditation, okay? I give myself permission to nourish my body with love and respect. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. I give myself permission to nourish my body with love and respect. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. I give myself permission to nourish my body with love and respect. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. Say it. I give myself permission to nourish my body with love and respect. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. I give myself permission to nourish my body with love and respect. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. I give myself permission to nourish my body with love and respect. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. Believe it. I give myself permission to nourish my body with love and respect. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. I give myself permission to nourish my body with love and respect. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. I give myself permission to nourish my body with love and respect. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. Be it. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. I give myself permission to nourish my body with love and respect. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. I give myself permission to nourish my body with love and respect. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. I give myself permission to nourish my body with love and respect. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. One more time. I give myself permission to nourish my body with love and respect. It is my divine right to make choices that support my well-being. Now, I want you to say this affirmation of meditation today as many times as you need to until you start believing that and supporting your well-being, you know. I want you to say it today and every day, but say it throughout each day. Keep saying it. You know, whenever it comes to mind, say it as many times as you can. 12, 20, how many times you need to say it throughout the day, again and again, for the week, okay? Affirmations are something that you say to affirm to yourself and get yourself to believe in yourself and be stronger in an area that you need strength. This here, the Brave Start podcast, is a podcast where we are trying to get into our healthier selves. You know, we want to be the best, healthiest version of ourselves that we can be. And in doing so, affirmations help us. And we also learn tips on what we should do to be eating healthier and to build up our immune systems to help us fight against high blood pressure and sugar diabetes. And we get hydrated to help us, you know, that also helps with your blood pressure because you're releasing the water. You're drinking a lot of water. By being hydrated, you're drinking a lot of water. And you release that water. This way your kidneys release it, and it releases sodium out of the body. Sodium is what causes high blood pressure. When you have a high level of sodium in your body from the foods that you eat, you know. I just want to help people to take, you know, they can get shortcuts from what I've learned. I had to learn through trial and error, but me sharing my journey helps you prevent some of the errors that I made. I was telling you guys last week that I didn't have any chicken, any meat, and my pressure was great. I mean, I no longer eat red meat anyway. I love me some red meat, but I can't eat it. It does not love me. It's high in sodium from what they do with it. Now, if I lived on a farm and we farmed our own animals, then I may eat some beef, bichon, whatever. I'd probably be chowing down. But since I have to go to the supermarket and rely on whatever they put in the meat, I can't do it because it's too high in sodium. And I do eat fish. I eat shrimps. I eat lobsters, crab legs, scallops. You know, I eat seafood. So I'm a pescatarian right now. There's no religious reason behind it. It's just something I'm doing because right now I'm watching my blood pressure and it looks great. Not having any of those other meats in my system has made my pressure look wonderful. It's great, and I feel great. I do. I'm telling you about my journey. You make your own choices on that. In order to build up your immune system, though, you do want to eat lots of green vegetables, leafy green and regular green vegetables. You want to hydrate. To hydrate your body properly, you drink half of your body weight in fluid ounces of water. I mean, we can go through more of that at the end of the podcast, but right now I'm just briefing you on a few things, okay? We are talking about exercising. We do squats. You guys got to do squats. You got to strengthen your core. If you strengthen your core, it helps with your balance and prevents, you know, possible slip and fall accidents. Because the older we get, that's the issue. That's the number one cause of death, slip and fall accidents. You don't want that. You want to strengthen your core so that, you know, you're not as weak in the middle part. Your legs aren't as weak. Your feet don't slide out from under you for no reason, you know. So I remember I had a friend. Her mom used to stand up. Well, she had a difficult time standing up, but she could stand. But when she would go to sit down, she didn't have that, her core wasn't strong. So she would like plunk down. If the chair wasn't where she thought it was, she was going to the floor. There was no stopping that, you know. And it was scary, you know. So that can happen to any of us. The main thing you want to do is get your squats in. Everybody should be doing at least 75 squats. If you're new here, today is your first time listening in, start with 50 squats. Okay, I say 50. You don't have to do them all at once, but it's best if you tried, if you can. I saw somebody doing this. She said her kids call her name all the time. She's like, they call me all day long, all day. So when I start hearing them moms, that's how I get it in. She gets hers in. She said, they say, mommy, mommy. She does 5 squats. She says she know her name is going to be called at least 10 times out of the day. So she hears the mommies, she stops and whatever she's doing, she does 5 squats, and then she'll respond to whatever. She said, and sometimes they just keep calling her, but she'll do 5, and anytime they start calling again, she's doing them 5 squats. Do what works for you. If you're washing the dishes, you finish the dishes, get 10 squats in there. You know, whatever works for you. Me, myself, I like to get my stuff out of the way in the beginning of the day. Anything extra I add in there, it's gravy, you know. So if I go over my numbers, it's because I did it all, and I want to do a little more. But I get it done with so that the next day I don't feel away because I didn't get to finish it, and now I'm thinking I got to add extra. No, for the week, we're going to stick with the numbers that we've chosen. You should be walking. For my beginners, you should be doing at least 7,000 steps. Intermediates, you guys, I'm going to add an extra 500 on there. So you guys should be doing 7,500 steps. Me and my experts, we're going to be doing 8,000, okay? It's not much more than them, but still, we're going to be doing 8,000. And it's a challenge. If you can get most of them done in the beginning of the day, that's great. But make sure you get them done, okay? Every day of the week, not 8,000 steps for the week now. 8,000 steps per day. You understand? Okay, that's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So, get those squats in, get your steps in. And I wanted to talk to you guys about your minds, your brains. You got to, the brain is a muscle, okay? Use it or lose it. You have to exercise the brain. You have to. Everybody should be reading something. They say you should read at least 10 pages per day. 10 pages of something, anything. I have so many friends that I know that say, oh, I don't like to read. I don't like to read anymore. I don't read. You don't read. You have to read. Okay, a lot of people think that once we get a certain age, we don't have to learn anymore. That's false. You are supposed to learn every day of your life. Take away something from some experience every day. You know, that's true. You're supposed to be learning from birth till the end of time. The end of your time, you're supposed to be learning something, some new experience. Teach yourself something in 15 minutes every day, something new. Try something new. Whatever it might be. You know, learn your weaknesses and your strengths. If you try something and you like it, you may not be an expert at it, but you know the words, practice makes perfect. That is real. That's really true. I didn't know how to paint. I'm not saying I'm perfect yet, but I'm practicing and I'm painting and I love it. It's so relaxing. But in my head, I kept telling myself, I want to paint. I want to paint. I want to paint. And I don't know what was holding me back, but one day I bought a little starter kit and I attempted to paint. And I realized I was okay with it. It was really relaxing. It felt good to do it. I was happy with the results. After I looked at it, I was like, wow, look at that. And then I started buying more supplies and canvases instead of just the little sheets, you know. I enjoy painting, and practice makes perfect. The more you do it, the better at it you get, whatever it is, you know. If you didn't know how to, say you got a piano or access to a piano and you want to try it, nowadays you can download anything. Download a tune so they could show you the music and how to play it for real, you know. To go ahead, download it, try it, practice it. If you like it, Continue to do it. Practice makes perfect. But you have to keep growing up here. You have to stretch that muscle, okay? Use it or lose it. Read 10 pages per day of something. I don't care what it is. A comic book, the newspaper, something that you can read through, you know? Books, man. Something that interests you. I like this. We should all be millionaires. That's from Rachel Rogers. We should all be millionaires. I mean, I do what I do because I want to keep all of me vibrant and going, you know, not just pieces of me, all of me, you know. And I love life. I love life. I always look for a silver lining in something for the day. Always. You know, you want to be just, I mean, I'm not trying to get people's personalities to be like my personality, but you want to appreciate your time here because we never know when our card is up. So try to make a good thing out of every day. Live your best life now. I don't know what else to say about that, but this is the Brave Stars podcast. It is Motivational Monday, and you know I just love talking to you guys. So, I just wanted to say that I've been looking over some emails. People have been sending me emails requesting to join me. So I'm in the process of getting some, not equipment, but some software where I can do the podcast with other people, you know. You would do it from your location. We don't have to meet up at a location. Not yet. I'm not ready for that. Think about it. I'm not ready for that. Okay? But anyway, right now we're just going to, you know, let me look into what I'm looking into. I got a couple of people that are interested. I haven't made a decision on who or when, but it is something I'm thinking on. I don't see why not, you know, allow someone else to do talking, and I'll be more or less interviewing and allowing them to share their part, their journey rather, and share it with you guys, you know, with my audience. So, this is the Brave Stars podcast. You can listen in on iTunes, Spotify, Amazon Music, Good Pods, and you can watch on YouTube. If you want to reach me directly, you can respond in the comments on the YouTube podcast, or you can reach me by email. My email address is JaniceLSBrave@gmail.com. That's Janice, JENICELS, Brave, BRAVE, @gmail.com. Okay? And once again, this is the Brave Stars podcast, and I am your host, Janice LaStar Simmons. Do me a favor, please. Hit the like button, share the episode, subscribe to the channel, and get somebody to join with you. Maybe they want to be healthy, you know? Let them, you guys challenge each other or something. Read the 10 pages per day. If you can't do 10 pages, do at least 6. You know, start with 6 and get up to 10. How about that? You know, but if you're reading something that you like, you may not want to stop at 10 pages. You might want to keep going, and that's not a problem. It depends on how much time you have to turn the TV off. Stop watching TV and read a book. Read some of it, you know. We want to do more healthier habits. We want more healthier habits. So in order to do that, you have to start now, you know. I'm sure that most of you guys listening in have way more years behind you than you might have ahead of you. So that's the audience that I'm talking to, you know. Anybody who You want to make the last years your best years? Come on now. Get to reading. Get to doing them squats, 75 squats per day. If this is your first time listening in, start with 50 squats, okay? And get up to 75 per day. We're doing this every week. I try and improve or increase something, okay? Walking, you got to do your walking. I give you guys basic exercises. But if you are more into exercising, you can do them. Wall Pilates, you can do those. They have a lot of challenges going on. But nobody wants to spend money to do something that they may not believe they're going to continue to do. So, do your own Wall Pilates, you know. You've seen enough of them. I'm sure YouTube has somebody that's got it, a challenge or something that's free if you want to do it for free. I don't blame you. Do what you can do, okay? If you want to join a gym and get somebody and get your membership and meet somebody there, you know, a girlfriend or a guy friend, whoever you are, you want to meet somebody. You don't have to compete with anybody but yourself. That's what I do. I compete with me. I want to be a better version today of myself than I was yesterday, you know? So however you guys want to do it, you do it. But just try and get somebody to come along with you so you have someone to hold you accountable. Because when you're going the lonely road and you don't have anyone to hold you accountable, it's easy to turn around and skip a day. And we're running out of time. You don't want to skip anything. You want to be your healthiest, best self now, okay? All right. I'm not trying to scare anybody. That's not my intentions. I just want you guys to want to be a healthier version of yourself, okay? That's what I'm here to speak to, the people who want to be healthier. And I'm sure that's you. I'm sure it's you. Y'all know I just love talking to you, right? But all is well. All is well. But this is the Brave Stars Podcast. Hit that like button, share it, save it, subscribe, download. The downloads do me a world of good from whichever you're watching it from. Amazon Music, Good Pods, iTunes, Spotify, and YouTube. Download, save, share, subscribe, you know, and don't forget to tune in next week because I just love talking to you guys. Yeah. But again, I wanted to mention one before I go. I wanted to mention to increase or improve your immune system, you must be eating green vegetables and leafy green vegetables. Green vegetables, in case you need an idea, that would be broccoli, string beans, peas, Brussels sprouts. That's a leafy green vegetable. Okra and asparagus. Leafy greens, spinach, cabbage, lettuce, collard greens, mustard greens, turnip greens, stuff to that nature. And drinking half of your body weight in water. I always tell you guys that. But whatever you weigh, say you weigh 160 pounds. So if you weigh 160 pounds, you should be drinking at least 80 fluid ounces of water on the daily basis. Okay? So, do your thing. If you drink tea and you don't add sugar to it, that counts as some of your water. Yes, that counts as your water intake as long as the tea is not sweetened with sugar. Okay? I want to tell you guys there is a sweetener that you can use that's extremely healthy, and it's called raw organic maple syrup. The dark maple syrup is grade A. And just 1 little tablespoon of that as a sweetener in a big cup where It's natural vitamins in it. You don't even have to take vitamins, the supplements, if you use that from time to time. I'm not telling you to use it and pour it in and make it sweet. You're not trying to make anything sweet. You're just using it as a sweetener to keep you away from sugar. And it's really healthy for you. So, but that would count still as part of your water intake. I use a big cup of it when I make my peppermint tea or my lemon zinger tea. This counts as 33.8 fluid ounces, like 2 16-ounce bottles of water. That's what that counts as. But you do what you do, you know. I'm just trying to give you tips and hints to help you get where you're going. Anyway, I just love talking to you guys. But I gotta go. Later, Gators.